hear you. Appreciate that. It's benefits to the name correction. When you correct your name, there's a lot of benefits to go with that. A lot of people don't maximize on their benefits. They don't understand subrogation and indemnity principles that come with that.
They had super glue, but it was like for the car. I don't know if you wanted that.
And just sit there, you don't live. Watch one of those books. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're talking about the name correction procedure, going in on how to discharge them bills. A lot of y'all don't understand that when you get them bills in that all capital name or lowercase, it don't matter that you're not responsible for them bills. That name is the U.S. citizen, United States, according to 12 U.S.C. 411. They responsible for those bills. A lot of y'all gotta know uh, the power of attorney, how to use the power of attorney to discharge your bills. This is what we teach you at the Conscious College. Power of attorney. All right. First of all, when you getting them bills, you getting them bills in the name of what? All capital name. The legal fiction. The U.S. citizen. U.S. citizen is a corporation. It's not a myth. It's real deal. U.S. citizen is a corporation. So when you're dealing with a corporation, what that mean? You're dealing with a corporation. What that mean, huh? I'm gonna go live on I'm going live on Instagram. They let me. Swipe. It says swipe through something. Are we too? Should we follow along or we just watching? What you mean follow along? You can follow along if you choose to, for sure. What you doing, son? Have a seat. Oh yeah, they got me streaming on Instagram. I said I ain't streaming. I said I'm streaming. Guys, Michelle, are we should we follow along or we just watching? But you should you can definitely follow along by reading the Power of Attorney, looking into what's a power of attorney. We reading off investopedia.com on the power of attorney. I'm screen sharing. I can't screen share on my TikTok, but I'm screen sharing on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, faithful member. But this is type of things we're gonna be talking about every week in Sunday school when you come into the Conscious College. We talking about power of attorney. What is a power of attorney? What power do you have in the name when you do a name correction? There's power in that. What's the power? The power is You have the power to pay your bills with your signature. You can endorse the bills like a check, but you can't do that as a corporation. You can only do that when you correct the name. Then you can have the power to endorse the bills. You can exchange all bills into a check. Let's talk about it. We ain't talking about the name change procedure. We talking about the name correction. So this ain't something you got to do and get permission from a judge to do. This is something you got a right to do once you understand your consumer rights. Islam, what is a power of attorney? A POA. A power of attorney is a legal authorization that gives the agent or attorney in fact the authority to act on behalf of an individual referred to as the principal. Agent may be given broad or limited authority to make decisions about the principal's property, finances, investments, or medical care. POAs can be financial or they can pertain to health care. Both provide the attorney in fact with general or limited powers. So you gotta understand, every time you give these people a credit application, credit contracts, you giving them consent, you giving them power over your corporation, which is your estate. All right. When you come to Conscious College, we teach you how to take your power back and revoke that power by placing your own power of attorney on the record. We ain't talking about the public record because this is a private document. So this is only dealing with when you trying to discharge your bills, when you trying to correct your status with these corporations because they got you as the debtor. So you got to correct yourself from being a debtor to being an endorsee or being the agent for the debtor. The debtor is the principal. All right. The principal is all caps name. The corporation is a principal. Principals can't talk. They need agents to speak for them, just like Walmart, just like you dealing with Walgreens, just like you dealing with anybody. They need agents to speak for them. So who's going to speak for your corporation? A lot of y'all just sitting in y'all Federal Reserve notes, not even understanding you got a power to endorse the bills for the principal. Everything is credit. First of all, you got to understand it ain't no money. The money is the corporation. Your bills is the money. Your debts is the money. You think the name correction procedure is just about changing your name. It's about changing your position from a debtor to a creditor position. When you're dealing with accounting, you got two positions. You got debtor and you got creditor. You got debit and credit. You got two sides to accounting. You got credits receivable and credits payables. That's just credit and debit. And y'all don't understand when they sending you these bills, they actually sending you the credit side of the accounting. They're not sending you the debt side of the accounting. The debt side of the accounting already was accounted for when you sign a promissory note. When they send you the bill back, they actually sending you the payment, the interest, the dividend that they supposed to pay to the principal. And they need you to be competent enough to transfer those interests and those dividend payments to the principal. You have to get authorization because you're the authorized representative. And that's what the POA help you with. But you got to understand the concept of the POA. We got the POA course, the Power of Attorney course with the Conscious College. That goes along with your estate plan course. So we give you a whole estate plan course to teach you how to transfer your bank accounts into trust accounts, how to open up trust accounts, take over all your bank accounts, and protect your assets. And then along with that course, you also get a course on POAs, how to use that power of attorney, acting as the agent for the principal. All right. Your estate got to be delegated. Somebody has to be the executor over the estate. And it can't be no social security tied to it, because if you're doing a name correction process through the conscious college, there's not going to be no social security number attached to it. The reason why you don't want a social number attached to your national name when you correct it is because you don't want it to get garnished. They can't put a lien against your free national name if you do the name correction process properly. You are the authorized representative. That means that you are indemnified if any type of loss you take for the principal. You ain't supposed to be paying any bills for the principal, because the principal, when they sending you these bills, they really telling you this the United States. This the U.S. citizen is a corporation, which is one of the states for the United States corporation. So this ain't nothing that you obligated to do. You got to look up 12 USC 411. Let's talk about it. Let's go into 12 USC 411. That's Title 12 United States Code, subsection 411. It says the Federal Reserve notes to be issued at the discretion of the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System for the purpose of making advances to the Federal Reserve banks through the Federal Reserve agents, as hereinafter set forth, and for no other purpose are authorized. The said notes shall be obligations of the United States, and shall be receivable by all national and member banks, Federal Reserve banks, and for all taxes, customs, and other public dues. They shall be redeemed in lawful money on demand at the Treasury Department of the United States, in the city of Washington, District of Columbia, or any Federal Reserve bank. That's 12 USC subsection 411. So why y'all sending y'all Federal Reserve notes for the principal when that's already an obligation of the United States? It says all Federal Reserve notes shall be obligations of the United States for all the public debts. So your public name is a public debt. It's already obligated to the United States to discharge these bills. One of y'all don't even know what the bill is. Come on to the Conscious College. This is what we talk about. What's the bill really is. The first of the month coming. I know y'all got bills. Today the 27th, March 27th. I'm tired of being silent about it. I'm finna break my silence because I'm seeing a lot of people not understanding things, and I can't sit with all these knowledge. It's a burden to sit with all this knowledge to myself, being forced in all these things, and not share it with people I see falling victim, because I know it takes finances to uplift the nation. A lot of my people suffering from finance. It's a financial oppression going on when they're using unfair debt collection practices against us under Title 15, violating our consumer rights, because all debts should be prepaid. You got to understand securitization. All debts was prepaid after you signed a promissory note. They securitized it and endorsed it and transferred it and negotiated it to a third party, which is an indentured trust. The indentured trust then sold it to investors on the market. It's called asset-backed securities. All right, you gotta look that up. Gotta know what that is. called ABS. Just type in ABS. No, don't type in ABS. Type in asset-backed securities. Because it be all type of stuff. You know how they do the type in asset-backed securities. Asset-backed securities. That's what happened to all your. This what happened to all your contracts, your promissory notes in that name. See that name is just on a piece of paper doing biz, and somebody got to sign for that name as the agent. So once you sign for that and give consent, you giving them power to trade, because y'all not reading them contracts. If you sign the contract, all rights reserved, you will collapse that trade. They wouldn't be able to trade your promissory notes. But since we don't know that, we giving them blank endorsements. We just sign an application, we sign the promissory notes, and then within 48 hours, they transferring that to the market. And then they get paid for the whole promise that you was gonna pay. So if you was gonna pay 20,000, they got paid for that 20,000 within 48 hours. And they turned that into a security. When they turned into a security, they got paid for it in 48 hours. They transferred it to an indentured trust. What's an asset-backed security? An asset-backed security is a financial investment that is collateralized by an underlying pool of assets, usually one that generates a cash flow from debt, such as loans, leases, credit cards, balances, or receivables. It takes form of a bond or note, paying income at a fixed rate for a set amount of time until maturity. All right, you gotta understand what an ABS is. An ABS is all your loans, all your leases, all your credit card balances, and any type of receivables to these banks. That's an asset-backed security. They turned that into a security. A security is collateral for a loan. They automatically got collateral for a loan. As soon as you sign the contract for a lease, a loan, a credit card, a car loan, a mortgage. That's why they send you the bill with the coupon on the bottom of it. A lot of y'all ain't got y'all estate plan done. Y'all don't understand trust. Even if you got your estate plan done, you probably don't understand trust. You got to know what a living trust is. Well, hold on, let me get my put my charger on. That charger working. Alright, look like that'll work. Drop a 100. Let me know if y'all can hear me. If y'all still rocking with me. Y'all still there? Mr. Miller. What's up, brother? Thank you for joining that. Chopping that. You gotta know what the power of attorney is. You gotta know what let's see here. Gotta know what an asset-backed security is. That's the reason why you gotta correct your name, correct the records because you're moving as adapting. Mr. Miller said jumping in a conscious home approval. Back, give me as soon as I get off this live, Mr. Miller, I'm gonna approve you for the conscious college. Back. Get enrolled now because Sunday we dropping some heat for Sunday school. Man, I'm dropping 2 hours of this. Right now it's gonna be like 30 minutes. But Sunday school we dropping 2 hours. We're gonna go into the name correction. We're going into securities. Come on, man. I'm not selling no processes out here. I'm giving courses. I'm trying to educate the people on how to do this yourself, how to benefit as the beneficiary from the principal. Your principal already got unlimited credit. A lot of y'all not accessing this unlimited credit we got. We all got to tap into it. And the unlimited credit start with discharging your bills. You can pay your bills with credit. And I ain't talking about no credit card. I'm talking about you can pay your credit card with credit. You can pay your car notes with credit. You can discharge the whole car note. You can discharge the whole car note because it's already asset-backed securities already prepaid. It's an ABS. It happened through securitization. With the conscious college, we also gonna put in we got a law library. We gonna be dropping some heat about securitization. We already got some in there. The law library so cold, but I'm steady adding more to the law library because come on now, you can never get too much information, but I don't like to overload you on information. So I'm only giving you relevant information that I use. Not no stuff I ain't reading. I'm really reading these documents. Come on, man. A lot of y'all paying mortgages and credit cards and student loans, credit car loans. All those loans have been securitized, and that principal, they owe him a dividend, but they need you to act as the agent. So you got to correct your position, and you correct your position with correcting your name, and then understand how to operate with that correction. And how you operate that correction is you put the power of attorney over your name, and you start operating as the agent for the principal. It's just simple. It's not really hard and confusing. The truth is very simple. It's not really hard and confusing. Asset-backed securities are financial securities backed by income generating assets such as credit card receivables, home equity loans, student loans, and auto loans. So these securities, only way they can get money is by you paying your loans back. And you not paying your loans back, they can't generate any type of income for these securities. They turn your contract into a security. You got contract rights. Hold on, look like my it's coming up. So you got rights, titles, and interests in all contracts. You got rights, titles, and interests in all contracts, and when they sell a contract, they selling your rights too. They selling your equity, they selling your interest in that contract. So you got to take back power over that. We giving them too much consent. You feel me? We giving you folks too much consent. I'm here to tell you, it's real simple. You can take back your power, enrolling with the Conscious College. Hey, and I'm teaching all this every week, and all I want is $50 a month. Come on now. It's people teaching for thousands of dollars this type of information, and it might be worth it. But what I'm saying is, I'm dropping some heat, and I'm giving back to the people. I'm giving back to the people, man. $50 a month ain't too much to ask. I don't think. It ain't even about the money though. You can just come jump in these lives. You might learn, pick up some nuggets. You feel me? Because I'm giving reference points. Everything I say got a source to it. So it's just about me opening up my throat chakra, using that Taurus energy. You feel me? And just speaking that holy breath to the people, because that's what's needed. The truth is needed. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about no money or nothing like that. I just feel like so many people don't even know the truth. The truth ain't being explained to the people. It's being complicated. And the truth is very simple. When you really look at the fraud that's going on, these people are frauds by securitizing our loans and contracts and then turning back and say, we got to pay it. Then send you a coupon. But then they want to turn around and say, okay, do you want digital bills? No, tell them I want paper bills. The paper bill is the money. All you got to do is endorse it like a check. You know how to fill out a check, fill out a money order, fill out your bill like that. We can teach you how to do that at the Conscious College. The name correction, nationality really matter. This even happens in court. Because once you understand what a bill of exchange is, a bill of exchange is an order. So how many times did they give you an order? They call it negotiable instruments here. And that's what they turn all your contracts into. They turn your contracts into negotiable instruments. All right. Let's talk about the securitization. Asset securitization. So they securitize your assets. What's your assets? Your contracts. They look at that as an asset. You look at your contracts and your bills as a debt, as a liability. Those are not liabilities, is what I'm trying to say. Those are assets for you. They assets because they got a market where people buy these contracts. So if you got a customer base for a product, that makes that product an asset. I don't care what the product is. And it just so happened in North America, that product is your contracts. Contracts is money. Promissory notes are contracts. All of these are money in North America. Federal Reserve notes are promissory notes. There's no money out here. Only money is silver and gold coins. We ain't playing with no money. When you go to your job and they pay you, if you don't get a direct deposit, they're going to give you a check. That check is a negotiable instrument. That's not money. We don't work for money here. We work for debt. A lot of y'all scared to get credit, scared to get debt. The debt is the money. You're supposed to be discharging and endorsing the bills. The bills is the payment to you. Because they securitized the contract. Once you entered it, you gave them money. You don't understand a promissory cash. It's called cash equivalent. Come on, man. Come on to the Conscious College, man. I heard what y'all be saying about the Moors and all that, man. But I'm showing y'all, man, there's more in science. It's get real deep. It gets spiritual because when you talk about money, you got to talk about silver and gold coins. Those are alchemies of the sun and the moon. Come on now. It's more science because you got to understand that the sun and the moon is inside you. Come on. Divine Mother say, when I get all this down packed, I'm going to be a beast. Yes. Because see, the woman represents the moon, which is the silver coins. Come on, man. The silver coins is the money. That's the alchemy of electricity. We not getting paid with we're not getting reciprocated our energy. They telling you that you laboring. You don't supposed to be laboring. We exchange our energy. It's a fair exchange. We don't receive income. Income is when you get actually paid money and it's a profit on a corporation. It's not see they trying to say since you're a corporation, you making the profit, but you not the corporation. You gotta correct the name and act as the agent for the corporation, and then you take everything to the private because on the private side ain't no money. It's just credit. Because in the private side, the truth is sovereign. See, on the private side, the truth is sovereign. On the artificial side, the make-believe stuff, the illusions is sovereign. You feel what I'm saying? Like the artificial is sovereign on the artificial side, on the public side. When you're moving on the private, the truth is sovereign. All you got to do is tell the truth because you the truth. That's all you got to do on the private side. So a lot of y'all moving on the public side and everything artificial. You using artificial money. That's not lawful money. 12 USC says the Federal Reserve notes supposed to be redeemed for lawful money, which is silver and gold coins. But they're not redeemable. Divine Mother said, I just need to learn how to fill out my POA paperwork correctly. Then I'm going to send my coupon, instruction papers. Come on to the Conscious College. It's not that simple neither. It's that simple, but what happens if they ignore you or they give you back an unfavorable reply? See, a lot of these processes is correct, but we got to know how to enforce it. And you got to be in the community because like minds think alike. Sometimes you run across roadblocks and somebody else can help you out, but we fighting these battles individually. That's the problem. I'm going to tell you, this is a collective problem. It says send it 2 more times and enforce it in court. Indeed. That's indeed what you're supposed to do. Indeed. Enforce it in court. And that's what we like to discuss. And we like to trade notes on that and get results and see what's going on. Because everything being securitized. And we can prove it. When you go to court, you got to know how to articulate yourself. If you can articulate yourself in court, you got these people. Because it's all fraud. The truth will set you free. Truth gonna set you financially free. The truth gonna set you financially free on the private side. That's why the name correction is important. And I'm pushing for that because it's so many ways you can use it. I'm just giving you one example. You can't outsmart the truth. You can't skip the lessons. You can't try to, okay, I can get the remedy because I understand how to discharge bills or I understand how to do this over here. Won't you just go ahead and get correct? Articulating may be my downside to this. It ain't your downside to this. Ain't no downside to this. Because as long as you can speak the truth, I'm going to tell you what it is. We ain't got enough evidence to have confidence in the truth. See, if you had enough evidence to have confidence in the truth, then you will have more confidence to speak the truth. That's what I'm saying. Like when you discharging these bills, if you knew it was fraud and you can prove it was fraud, you ain't got to say nothing. The evidence speaks for itself. When you're doing the administrative process and you take it in the court, the evidence speaks for itself. If you go ahead and do a audit, if you audit your account, you really got undisputable evidence at that. So if you got a car note, you got a mortgage, you got any of these things, you can get all your money back with an audit. So discharging the bill is just the first step. That's just getting the monkey off your back because you're not supposed to be paying it anyway. Now let's talk about all the money you did pay. I know I've been paying car notes sometimes 4 years. We need all that back. You've been paying. I know my parents been paying mortgages for 30 years. Come on, man. We need all that back. Yeah, you get the Bloomberg report. You get an audit. Come on now. You got proof. See, a lot of people just you can't articulate this because you ain't got enough proof. Once you go in a 10K forms, look up their securitization processes. Well, man, it's proof. It's a lot of proof. You just got to do your homework. I did so much homework that it made me confident because I got so much proof. When you looking up securitization processes, they got this. They got manuals about securitization. They got whole manuals about it. Come on, man. Come over to the Conscious College. Once you around this type of energy all the time and you articulating yourself with us and we going back and forth, you going over these videos and these courses I'm dropping, trust and believe. It takes time. You're not going, baby, like you looking at me, I'm probably spitting it right now, or I might not be spitting it, but if I am, just know it didn't come like overnight for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm enforcing and getting these remedies, but I had to take a lot of L's. This don't come overnight. A lot of people just popping up out the blue. I've been teaching since 2018 privately. You know what I'm saying? And I've been enforcing since 2016. So this don't come overnight. You know, I just feel like it's my time to come out 2024. It's my time. The new year, March 19th just passed. We 8 days in the new year, man. It's time for me to speak out to the conscious people, conscious community. You know, it's time to correct some things, and it starts with your identity. It starts with your name, your nationality. All these things determines your status when you contracting. Everything is contracting. I don't care when you're talking about enforcing the Constitution, or you're talking about a court case, or you're talking about a bill discharge. Everything starts with the contract. All you got to do is read your contract. It actually gives you instructions on how to discharge. And it tells you what your name is in the contract that your name. So who gonna act for the principal? You got a principal debt. You got a principal account. That's the principal name. So who gonna act for the principal? Need an agent. And you got to understand the fraud that's going on behind the scenes. Once you understand the fraud behind the scenes, then you can have more confidence in what you're doing. But a lot of y'all thinking this is a fraud. There ain't no fraud. Come to the conscious community. You're going to learn. Consciouscollege.org. The link in the you see the link in the bio. The link should be in the description. If it's not, just type in consciouscollege.org. Grand Sheik speaking. I'm going to be dropping, so be looking out for me to drop more. I'm coming every day, 3 times a day. When I got time in between time, I'm going to be dropping it because I just want to express some truth. You know, the truth got to be expressed. Everybody got a duty to teach one, each one teach one. Everybody got a duty. I'm just doing my duty. I got to get back to this paperwork, though. I'm endorsing the bills the first of the month. I'm going to create more debt. I love creating debt. I want more debt because guess what? That's money. These debts are not liabilities. These debts are assets. They're securitizing your debts. Your bills are actually payments to you. They coming back with a positive account number on it. Don't look at it as a liability. Look at it as an asset. Correct your status. Come to the consciouscollege.org. Holla at the Grand Sheik. Peace and love. Salvation, Allah, unity. I'm out.